Hey Taurus, I'm Adriana, and today I've got an intuitive reading for you. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and I will also be creating an extended to give you even more information and to kind of go deeper into whatever comes up during the course of this reading. So getting an animal message to start. Okay. Ooh. The owl and the polar bear. This polar bear has been coming up a lot for me personally lately. Okay, so this is about giving yourself some time to go inward and make sure that you're really at peace with letting go of certain parts of your ancestry. This is a very interesting card. It's a very freeing card, but also a very kind of illuminating card because we inherit a lot. We inherit genetics, we inherit physical, the way we look physically, but also physical ailments. We inherit behavior patterns, we inherit emotional patterns, we inherit family traumas. Especially if you have a lot of cancers and if you have a lot of cancer women in your family, you may find that the traumas go back, and back. So this card gives you the freedom to understand that although you came from a certain ancestry, you came from a certain lineage, you don't have to keep living those truths. They're not really truths. You don't have to keep living those patterns anymore. Okay, so just because dysfunctional relationships are part of your lineage doesn't mean you have to be in one. Just because, I don't know, I'm just picking one out of random, fear of money, fear of either losing money or fear of having money was in your lineage, that doesn't have to be part of your own future. So this owl is asking you to really go into a space with yourself where you can ask these questions. Like, am I holding on to anything, any family patterns that are just not good for me anymore? And am I ready to release them? The owl, I feel like, is this kind of sorting out energy where you're just kind of going through things. It's not the full experience of release yet. It's more the sorting things out. And the thing I love about this card is it's all about opening. These wings open and then you have the owl, and then the owl opens and you have this person, and then the person kind of opens and you have another owl. So there's all of these layers going on. So this is about peeling through the layers and releasing or getting ready to release anything that still just isn't really part of your story. Okay? All right, let's get your reading going. I should say, your reading's already started. Let's get more of your reading going. Okay, show me where Taurus is right now. The Lovers and the Five of Swords. Okay, trust yourself, Taurus. Trust the choices you're making. But trust yourself when you're in a space of love and when you're acting from a space of love. When you're acting from a space of love, there is an innocence, the little deer in the background, there's an innocence available to you that can't really make the wrong choice. But this is part of this. There's still some letting go that we need to do of dysfunctional patterns because you're not trusting. You're just not trusting yourself in the energy of love, in the energy of true communion, true coming together with another person or with others. There's still some family baggage that you're holding on to that's causing you to distrust this situation. Okay. All right, let's get a little bit more. What's going on? Okay, middle 3, Hierophant, 9 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. You know, it's like you're being asked to go farther than you have gone before. And, you know, I still, with this card, we have this theme over and over. Unwilling to let go of the old. Unwilling to let go of the old. Unwilling to trust the new. Okay? But the thing is the new is waiting for you. The Ace of Pentacles here. This is a stronger foundation, a better way forward. Whether this is a relationship or... I'm feeling like it's two things. It's relationship, but it's also more solid sense of self. And the Hierophant is asking you to go forward. It's saying you're ready to be initiated into this mystery of knowing yourself more strongly at this deeper level and being more kind of connected with who you are and not these old stories, the family stories of who you are. There's wisdom in both of these two cards, the other animal cards. So this is about the wisdom of the self beyond the identification with a family or a group or a tribe. This is the wisdom of the self. In ancient Greece, Athena was a goddess that was I'm sorry, there's one of my furry friends is making a statement right now. In ancient Greece, Athena is the goddess of wisdom, and she is connected with owls, but Athena is also that independent spirit who knows who she is because she is wise. So this is about like being wise to yourself, Taurus, not being wise because of the stories that you cultivated growing up. You know, I was this kind of kid, or I did this, or my family was this, and that's really not true. Those are all like clothes that you can take on and off. This is like the emperor's new clothes. Do clothes really make the man? You know, do clothes make you who you are? No, it's just something you wear. So at the individual level, at the true soul level, you are who you are without these stories about your family. And I feel like this high priest is saying, okay, let's do it. Let's go forward and commit to your true self instead of these stories about who you are and the limitations they bring. Whenever we have too strong of a story about ourselves, we always end up in a limitation. And I feel like that's the Nine of Swords here. It's like these swords are locking you into a certain belief. Okay, so, you know, example with my, I'll say with my former piano students, I don't have these kids anymore, but, you know, they would say, oh, I'm not good at trying new things. And then, okay, they'd shut down. But that might not be true. That's just the story they're telling themselves. And they're telling themselves that because they're afraid of making a mistake, and they're afraid of failing, and they're afraid of displeasing their parents. So here we are in this whole ancestry kind of problem. All right, but empirically speaking, they are not afraid to try new things because every day is a new thing. But when they label something and label themselves as a new thing, then they shut down. Okay? And so, you know, when they would come to me and say, well, I'm not good at trying new things, or I'm not good at this, I'd say, well, okay, but let's look at it this way. And do you notice this, this, and this? We would totally bypass the story and just go into the concept. And so this is about bypassing the story, Taurus, and coming back into the concept of you, who you are. What is going on with Taurus to make them in this state of doubt? King of Pentacles, a lot of stubborn earth energy here. Four of Pentacles. And the Fool in the middle. So you're on the brink of something big, Taurus. You're really on the brink of a big breakthrough or a level up in your stability. This is promotion energy. So you're on the brink of something which raises you to the next level. And it's like it doesn't take much to unlock this, and you know this. It's not going to take much to unlock this next level, and the ease scares you, and that is why this resistance is up. You know, you've got your guard up a little bit. You've got just a little, things seem to be okay, but you've got a little bit of I'm not going to trust it fully in the past. But it's going to be so easy for you to fall into this new state, into this elevated state. Okay, I want to get your soul's message with all of this. What is your soul communicating with you? What is your soul trying to teach you? We're going to do a little mix of cards for this. I've been experimenting with this lately, kind of blending the tarot cards with the oracle. Makes an interesting visual. Kind of like you're in several worlds at once. Okay. Which, I mean, technically we kind of are. Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups, and the Wheel. And then wanted an animal card. Dolphin. Dolphin has been coming up so much about creating your own happiness. Okay. This is about picking up the opportunities that are in front of you. Picking up if you've got something that can grow out of your heart, whether it's a new relationship, a new project, a new love, a new pet like the one we're hearing. If you've got something that you can pick up through your heart, pick it up. This Eight of Cups is carrying the staff. Pick it up and get yourself up into a higher place. This is about understanding that you can pick up the new and walk away from the old at the same time. Okay, this is what the world is making happen for you, essentially, Taurus. You're picking up the old. Nope, saying that wrong. You're picking up the new and you're walking away from the old. They're not happening one after the other. It's not like you have to completely release the old and then pick up the new. It is in picking up the new that you are releasing the old. Okay, so you have to pick up the new. That's what our Hierophant is saying. You have to pick up the new. You have to take this in hand. This is about being responsible for your happiness. And what is really interesting, look at the frozen tundra here and look at all the water. So this is melted water. When you take responsibility of yourself, all of those beliefs and emotional turmoils that are stored in you, those all get released and you start to flow forward. A lot of flow in these two cards here. You start to flow forward into a much more contented, self-responsible space. Okay, Taurus, so I am about to create an extended for you. We're going to look deeper into what you can do, practically speaking, to really pick up that new and walk away from the old. And I will also be asking for additional kind of information to help you. So if you'd like to follow me over there, the link is below. If this resonated with you, I do encourage you to do that. I'll see you there.